Morning everybody. As you can see, I'm out on the walk again. All the trees and everything are in bloom. It's green, I love green. Love being out in the countryside, it's awesome. Right, so today's subjects. So I think it's an understatement to say that I'm not a massive fan of the Reform Party, Nigel Farage, Richard Tice, Lee Anderson and the rest of them. I think they're false prophets. I think they're delivering false hope and getting people to believe in them because they're controlled opposition. I firmly believe that now. I'm 100% sure within myself that they are controlled opposition and they're going to deliver nothing of what they're promised. They're just a placeholder party to stop a true right-wing party from emerging. They're getting all the support from the people that are needing hope. They're giving them false hope, where parties that could be in that place giving real hope don't get a look in. UKIP, that sort of thing. A true leader, Nick Tenconi, true leader, leads from the front, not from the rear, is up to date on current affairs, knows what the working class and the people of the country feel. Nigel Farage leads from the rear and he's always behind the curve. He's never the one to lead the way in anything. He simply reacts to what other people are doing and then copies it for himself. Look at what happened before the elections. Ben Habib, Rupert Lowe was saying that we need mass deportations of illegal immigrants, all of them, and when it became convenient for him, he supported that. He came out and said, yeah, we need to deport illegal immigrants, we're going to create a minister of deportations. And that wasn't because the people want it. That's because Nigel Farage saw it as a way to get more votes during the local elections. I don't believe a word they say, Reform, not at all. Look at, right, Nigel Farage went out on stage and said, you know, we believe in merit, not in DEI, which is diversity, equity and inclusion, that sort of thing. And then in an interview he's saying how diverse his party is because they've got a female mayor and a female MP. So one day he's saying, oh no, we don't believe in all this identity politics rubbish, saying that, you know, it's merit that should get you to the position where you are. And then in the next breath, another interview, he's cozying up to the mainstream media by saying, look how diverse the Reform Party is, look at how many female. It's just, the guy just isn't consistent in anything that he does, and that's what makes me not trust him. I mean, not to mention the fact that, you know, he was praising Tony Blair and wanted him to be in charge of the vaccine rollout. Not to mention the fact that he shut down Andrew Bridgen when he went to Nigel Farage about vaccine harms, and Nigel Farage says you shouldn't really be talking about that, and saying that Keir Starmer is a nice man. The guy is a charlatan, an absolute charlatan, and he shouldn't be trusted. You shouldn't trust him. He's I said this in a tweet the other day. 2019, Boris Johnson was the controlled opposition. 2025, Nigel Farage is the controlled opposition. And he really is. And that's what I firmly believe. Another thing as well, I'll include the video at the end of this one, so it might be a long video. There was an incident with an elderly gentleman. He was, I think he's 72, ex special constable in the police, had his home raided for wrong thought. 6 police officers who were armed, and by armed I mean they came with batons, pepper spray and tasers, for a 72-year-old man. That's just pure intimidation. You send 6 officers round to intimidate people, to shut them up. They rifled through his drawers, his clothing, they even looked at his wife's shopping list. They were caught on body cam saying, whilst they were looking at his books, saying, oh, these books are a bit Brexity. This is the danger we're facing now, because the police force is becoming less and less about enforcing the law and more about suppressing the people of this country. And that should alarm everybody. They're slowly edging away from being a police force to being a paramilitary force of the government to suppress the people. And that's why I come out on these walks, because we've heard rumours about civil war and stuff like that, saying we're edging closer and closer, and we're seeing more and more of these instances where people are being visited by the police, arrested. I mean, the elderly gentleman was held for 8 hours about a tweet. They were saying, oh, they said he was making anti-Semitic tweets, when if you look at the tweet in context, he was actually defending Jews from anti-Semitism. And they were protecting, he was in an argument with a pro-Palestine activist. And this is why he got a visit from the police. Because we know the police are political. We know they're political. We know they take sides with certain groups of people. We know they are fully in with far left ideology. We know this because the Liam Tuft interview with the ex-police officer stated as such, that they aren't taught law when they go and get their criminology degree. They're taught about far left politics, ideology, identity politics, and all that kind of rubbish. Basically, what's happening is the old guard of the police, who were public servants, who did look after the public, are basically, you know, keeping their heads down because they're coming up to retirement age, and they're slowly being replaced by these incompetent activists, not police officers, incompetent activists who don't know the law, whose intentions aren't to protect the public. They're not there to serve without fear or favour. They're there to suppress the people. They're there to protect certain individuals in society, not equally. They're not enforcing the law equally. They're doing it to suppress people. And that should alarm everybody. That's scary. And like I said, I come on these walks not only to my mental health and stuff like that. I'm training. I'm getting my body into shape to a point where it was like when I was out in Iraq. So I am capable of defending my family if necessary. And I suggest you all do the same. No matter what age you are, you're never too old to learn some self-defense techniques. Go out, keep fit, and be prepared for what's coming. Really, I'm serious. I'm totally serious. You know, forget about all this rubbish they talk about in the news about net zero. And, you know, is a man a woman, is a woman a man, and all this rubbish. It's all distraction. It's complete distraction. You have to watch what's really happening and see what they're distracting you from. And you need to prepare. You seriously need to prepare for what's coming. It's not conspiracy theory, it's not tin foil hat wearing rubbish stuff. We've got college professors and advisors to the government coming out and saying, yep, it looks like we're going to have a civil war within the next 5 years. And when you've got experts saying that, people that advise the government on things, you take it seriously. You really do. Look at that view from there. I know you probably can't see it very well, but I'll put you up on the selfie stick so you can see it a bit better. There you go. Look at that. Give a bit of a view all around. But yeah, you need to take it seriously, really seriously, when they start saying that. Train, prepare, learn survival skills, learn how to purify water, how to set up a shelter, how to do basic camping. These are all skills that you will need. It's the magpie, and you may see it as conspiracy theory now, but look at all the conspiracy theories over the last few years that have been proven to be true. And I'm not trying to scare you, I just want you all to be prepared, and be prepared to protect your families, not only from outside influences, but from the people the police won't protect you from. This was another thing. I was watching a video the other day about bailiffs. Bailiffs went to repossess a house. The owner barricaded himself in and refused to leave the house. They called the police, and within about 5 minutes there were 3 police cars there ready to kick the door in and, you know, get the person out of the house. Now, if you were being burgled or you had a home invasion and you rang the police, how long do you think it would take for the police to get there? I can tell you now, it wouldn't be 5 minutes. You'd be probably waiting 5 hours till the threat's gone, and then they'll come round. And then maybe you'll just get a phone call asking you if you're okay. That's the state of this country right now. So you need to be prepared. It's getting worse, and it's only going to get worse. The more of these undocumented people they bring into the country, the less safe it's going to be walking the streets. Look at me. You know, somebody like me, phone stolen out of the blue. That's how emboldened these people are getting. And do you think they won't take the next step if they think it's necessary, if they think it's justified because of their ideology? Do you really think they won't start to take lives if they think that their ideology justifies it? It starts with criminality. It starts with that thing, I don't like what you're saying, so I'm going to steal your phone. It starts with that. Once they justify that, they can justify the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. It's just a warning. Be prepared, prepare yourselves. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. I shall most likely be doing a live stream tonight, so watch out for the end of this video for that video of the elderly gentleman, but his visit from the police as well. Don't make this video too long. Right guys, thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thanks for all of that. I shall see you all in the next video. This is Vindicator signing off.
The public are onto it. That's a little odd. The public are onto it. That's a little odd.